Hello, I am Gary, and along with the other members of Group 8, Alvin, Laura, and Sterling, we are going to speak on WEP. Wired Equivalent Privacy, or WEP, is a security algorithm for the 208.11 wireless network. WEP and WPA, along with WPA2, are names for different encryption tools used to secure your wireless connection. Encryption scrambles a network connection so that no one can listen in to or look at which web page you're viewing. WEP was the first production standard introduced in 1997. WEP was used to protect wireless networks from the late 1990s to the early 2000s, the same time that the 802.11 wireless network was being used. By 2001, several serious weaknesses were identified, so that today, web connections can be cracked within minutes. The WEP encryption was strongly not random. What that means is that the information could be easily tied back to the key. By doing this, hackers can get the key to the encryption, and with the key, you have everything. Using some encryption is always better than using none, but WEP is the least secure and you should not use it. In response to these vulnerabilities in 2003, the Wi-Fi Alliance announced that WEP would be replaced by the Wi-Fi Protection Access, or WPA. I will now turn this over to Alvin.
WEP is vulnerable to hacking, and you should use WPA too. How vulnerable? Let's ask Google. The first hit on Google is a method to use Kali Linux to crack WEP. So it's as easy as that. Just get Kali Linux and use the built-in tools. Actually, there's even more tools than that. As you can see, there are many, many hits for tools that allow you to crack WEP. The moral of this story is simple. Don't use WEP. Anyone can go on Google and get tools to crack it.
Hey guys, my name is Sterling Sharp. I'm just recording a quick little video on how to change some security settings on your router. So let me share my screen really quick. Screen one. All right, so first we'll go to our start menu, open up the command prompt, do a quick IP config. There's our adapter, and it tells us our gateway address, which is what we need to type in for the router, 192.168.2.1. So we'll just open up Firefox really quick and type that in. Normally it would ask for login information. I already logged into this just a little bit ago, so apparently it's not requesting that information again, even though I do have the logout option there. So a lot of times you'll have to go under wireless to change your authentication settings from WEP to WPA or WPA2. On my router, I actually have the option right here for both the 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz frequencies. You can see right here, authentication method. We have open system, WPA2 and WPA, both the personal and the enterprise if we were setting up for a corporation. So this router actually doesn't give you an option for WEP because it's so outdated and there's really no point in using it. I was hoping that it would actually be listed there so I could show you, but that's just how old it is. But all you do is, for your home router, just switch it to WPA2 personal. Make sure it's set to AES or your preferred encryption. Set up a key, and you're good to go. That's it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Laura Friedman, and I will be doing the part of the presentation that is the demo for how to crack a web password. Before we get into the actual utility that does that, let me just go over the wireless access point that I set up for the demo. And you can see the MAC addresses right here. And let me take you over to, this is in basic settings, let me take you over to wireless settings. The SSID is Sky55679 on channel 11. And here's the key for the web password. And then if I go over to LAN IP settings, you can see that the IP address that I set up for this device is 192.168.1.200. And I did that because with a wireless access point, you need to set it outside of the range of IP addresses that the main router has to assign, and the main router has 192.168.1.2 through 199. So that's it on the wireless access point, and now I'm going to get into the rest of the demo. In this video, I'm going to show you how to crack a Wi-Fi password. So you go over here to Wireless Password Cracker 2.5, and it's looking for the BSS ID of the target access point. So you pull up a command prompt in administrator mode, and you run the netsh command with specific parameters as noted here. Then you'll get a list of SSIDs in the area, and we're going to focus in on Sky55679, which has a web encryption. So here you can see that's the MAC address, and we will pull that MAC address, that's the BSS ID. We will pull that, copy it, and paste it into this field. Once we paste it into the field, then we set the channel, and as we can see, the channel is the same, so we don't have to change anything. And then we want to lock the target. So now it's going to go after some information on the access point. It's going to scan for the access point first, and then it's going to pull. It locks in on channel 11, and it's looking for the ARP packet, which is the Address Resolution Protocol packet. That is the protocol for mapping the IP address to the physical machine address. It says it's found. We want to use that for injection, and now it's going out and collecting all of the initialization vectors. So we'll just wait until that finishes. And we're almost there. It's still collecting the data. Now we're just going to say go ahead while it's still collecting them. We're going to say go ahead and attempt the crack. We want to use brute force. And you have a choice between two brute force methods. We're going to use the PTW method and run a brute force attack. So it tends to be more successful, but it can take much longer. Now you can see one character in the password's been found, now 2 characters. Now 3 characters. Not enough, so it's going to ask if you want to collect more. It's going to go ahead and collect more IVs, more initialization vectors. So we go ahead and collect those. And we're going to try with 50,722. We're going to continue the brute force attack. It's found 4 characters. Remember, please, you only use this on your own network. This is to show how easy it is to crack a web password. Five characters have been found in the password. This is something you don't want to do to someone else's machine. It's illegal. However, this demo is to show you why no one should be using web security, WEP. Found 6 characters. Now, if you don't have this utility runs on Windows 7, found 7 characters. This utility runs on Windows 7. If you don't have Windows 7, you can download VirtualBox and install Windows 7 in a virtual image and run it under Windows 7. This is not available for Windows 10. Found 8 characters of the password. Now there's lots of utilities you can run in Linux and Unix and Kali Unix, but I wanted to find a utility that was in Windows. In fact, Kali Unix has a whole plethora of wireless password cracking utilities available. It's part of the installation. Found 9 characters. So if you really want to get into hacking passwords beyond WEP, if you want to go after WPA and WPA2, I would suggest installing Kali Unix with their built-in wireless hacking utilities. Found 10 characters. And there's your password. AEFACEDEAD. Thank you for